Bar TV Sports would like to thank Top Better. Get in the game at topbetter.com.au. And Cornelia's Crump, the Bar TV Sports beverage of choice. And Rams Loans for supporting the 2016 NHRU Premiership.
Welcome everybody at home in Bar TV land. It's a rainy, wet day. There's been a few changes out here in Bar TV world. So we're at number 2 sports ground today, covering the Southern Beaches side, travelling here against the Wanderers team. Of course, our Bar TV team, they've been moved around all day. We were going to do the game at Passmore Oval against the Hawks and Mayland, but now we've changed the game because that game has been moved to Hawkins Oval. With us in the commentary today, he's a man, he's played over 100 first-grade games for over 3 different clubs, and he's probably hung around a bit too long for my liking, but Ben Finney's with us in the commentary booth today. How are you, Ben?
Thanks, Gareth. Yeah, really good. Thanks for that lead-in. Far too long for my liking as well, to be honest.
Yeah, it certainly was, and we saw a cracking game there by the Wanderers. They won by about 50 points against Southern Beaches. Will it be a case of things to come? Southern Beaches played very well last week, coming up against Lake Macquarie. They won in the end. It was a 1-point victory. It was a close victory, and that'll steal them for this match, Ben.
Yeah, look, I think Southern Beaches, they've got a bit of steel there. I don't know if they can last the distance with Wanderers. They're a classy outfit. Southern Beaches have lost a number of plays over to Lake Macquarie, obviously, so that's hurt their depth, which is going to filter through to their first-grade team. But I think Wanderers are going to be they'll see the 80 minutes out pretty comfortably, I'd expect.
Yeah, they sure will. They play a very well-structured format of rugby. Some say it's boring, but it gets the job done. At the end of the day, they're coming off a loss last week against Hamilton, so they're going to have to win to keep in the contest here in this Rams 2016 Premiership. Of course, Viatech and NIB, the other partners for the Rams 2016 Premiership here in the NHRU. And, of course, Bar TV's broadcast partner, Top Better, get in the game with Top Better. And I picked, on my Top Better margins this week, I actually went with Southern Beaches, Ben.
Big call, Gareth, big call.
Yeah, they've had the same team for the last couple of weeks. They've got a bit of a roll on. There's a couple of late changes here for Wanderers. Leland Marshall comes in for Dave Waller, and Ben Ham came in for Tanner Felix, who played very well last week. But they don't lose anything with that. Leland Marshall was impressive as well for the 2 Blues starting there. They've got a good front row. Ben Christian comes back from country duties, as does Phil Bradford. So the front row of Southern Beach is going to be up against it here, Ben.
Yeah, I think the Wanderers pack, it's a big pack. Like Ben Ham, he's the Anderson medal winner from a couple of years ago. They don't lose anything there. If not, they gain something. Leland Marshall, he's a good young kid coming through. Plus Phil Bradford, still under 20s, I believe. He's still
under 20s. I think he's still 19. So had the opportunity to go down to Sydney this season, but chose to play another year here at Wanderers. Probably will join that 20s program with the New South Wales rugby side next year, if all reports are correct, as may a couple of players in this Rams 2016 Premiership that we've seen. I know young Rouse is on the radar, and I think Hicks as well from Waratah is still able to make that
I think
game.
They're both Hicks and Rouse, both similar players, scrawny little speedy guys outside with plenty of turn in the toes, so it'd be good to see those guys get an opportunity down in the big smoke.
Well, we're going to get back into this game. Key matchups for me, the 10s, Michael Delore, Luke Simmons and Delore, both veterans now of the game in Newcastle. Both lead their side round, both steer them round very well. And I think the kicking game here is going to be so crucial with the ball slippery in very trying conditions here, Ben.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the wind's going to play a bit of a havoc out here at number 2. Delore, for me, class player. He's been around for a long time, even though he's still, I think he's still only 26, 27. So.
Well, there's 3 of them, so you better get the one right. Adrian Delore and Andrew Delore out wide as well. Adrian Delore playing at outside centre. His preferred position is fullback, so it'll be interesting to see how he lines up defensively against Rahui out wide.
Rahui, I'd hate to be marking him. He'd turn me around in circles.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time in your career, Ben, that's for sure.
I'll build my career around that, don't you worry about that.
Yeah, definitely. line-outs we all go, and I don't know if you even cut it these days, getting thrown up. Speaking of line-outs, the Wanderers at the moment probably have the better set piece. It was off for them last week, so it's something, speaking of Viv Passy before the broadcast, it's something they've really worked on this week, but again, the handling might prove the difference here.
Well, as you said earlier on, Gareth, they're a well-drilled team. They will have been disappointed with their set piece last weekend against Hamilton, especially at home. So they'll be looking to build on that this year against Southern Beaches.
Yeah, they certainly will, and you can see the players down there on the chase, ready for the two teams to come out. It'll be Jared Logan's 100th first-grade game here today, so a testament to him for sticking around and blowing the whistle here in this NHRU competition for so long. He's the premier ref in Newcastle at the moment, and good luck to Jared out there as well as the players today. George Ashworth is an interesting positional change for the Wanderers. He comes to fullback when Zach Atala, he's playing on the wing this week, so expect to see them interchange. Zach Atala was unbelievable last week in a beaten team.
I won't be surprised to see Zach Atala do a bit more of a roaming role today. Not play the structured wing role, but actually come off and get involved in breaking field, and especially with kick returns and the like. So,
and you can see there on our Bar TV screens at home, we've got a bumped up broadcast with all the wet weather, and thanks to all our Bar TV crew. They came in from Wollongong where the country championships got put off for another week, and they've come in from all the other rugby league and rugby union grounds, and they're all here today. So it's going to be an unbelievable production for you guys out there. Of course, get in the game with our broadcast partner, Top Better. It's not too late. And also get involved, I guess, in the game at Bar TV Sports on Twitter, hashtag Bar TV Sports. Like us on Facebook and like our YouTube channel, Bar TV Sports as well. We are bringing all the grassroots sports in Newcastle and across Australia every week, week in, week out, like no other media organisation can, Ben Finney.
You're right there. Just looking at Jared Logan getting a bit of a presentation before with the legendary Mark Eads. Bit of a handshake and a photograph.
Yeah, do you think he got a golden flag or a golden whistle? What do you think they're doing out there?
Golden P, mate, a golden P.
Well, he's definitely getting congratulated by a couple of Southern Beaches. He is a Southern Beaches junior, but don't let that sway anyone's decisions out there today, Ben Finney, because he's refereeing his 100th game. And everyone's happy for him. They're even clapping him. Oh, no, they're clapping Bartoleva as he comes out onto the field here at number 2 Sports Ground. Speaking to him earlier on the week, he is excited about this match, and he's excited about where the Southern Beaches side's going, Ben.
Look, you're talking about key matchups before. For me, it's the number 8s. Bar against
Dan Martini.
Dan Martini, I think that's going to be the key matchup out there.
The young bull versus the old bull.
You could pretty well sum it up that way. Bar's been in great form. Dan is a young bloke coming in, and he's got plenty of aggression. Well,
Bar's been in great form for 25 years. And young Martini's got a lot of catching up to do, but he is one of the out-and-out favourites to win the Anderson Medal this year in this Rams 2016 Premiership, as we see the two Blues now led out by their valiant captain, Mark Sherwood.
Only Sherwood playing today, I believe.
Yeah, well, Mark Sherwood, he is not playing this year, so we haven't spotted him on Bar TV Sports. He'll probably get itchy last night. I believe he was out at all hours last night, so he's probably watching this at home. If you're watching at home, Mark, get to bed early next week and get to the game. And, of course, we have a few shout-outs as well. Tim Wolf and Michael Dan cuddling up on the couch at home watching this match.
They love a good spooning session on a Saturday afternoon.
And Michael Dan will be very interested. Of course, Dan Kevell played reserve grade earlier. I expect to see him figure greatly in this match, probably come on in the second half.
I think this goes to show the depth that the Wanderers have at the moment.
Yeah, missed a training session, so very good by Viv Passy. I mean, he is a key player for these two Blues. But keeping him in reserve grade at the moment. We see Atala with the ball. So the Wanderers kicking off, running left to right.
Blue. Stay behind Blue.
We can hear Jared Logan there, mic'd up on field. Of course, this is a premium production by Bar TV Sports today. Here at number 2 Sports Ground, Logan just checking his watch, blowing full time, and it's game on here at number 2 Sports Ground. Decent kick there by Atala, but taken comfortably by the Southern Beaches, who'll set up. Looking to run here early on as Delore gets the ball. Hamopo offering very good service at the halfback. Underrated halfback in this Rams 2016 competition as Delore gets the ball on the boot. It's a wayward-looking kick, but finds the line nicely. They look to play fast here, Wanderers, but they don't in the end. Good early stuff by the Southern Beaches side, Ben.
Interesting. They didn't try and put that to the boot earlier. They got a bit of a wind behind them, so we'll be expecting them to punt that a little bit further.
Well, we saw last week the wind really swirl around in the second half. Of course, this low we've got all along the East Coast.
The old East Coast low. It's weekend, everybody.
Oh, what a ball there by Martini. Rahui making a break. Early on, here come the two Blues. Simmons getting it to Atala. Looks to me like they have swap positions there. Ashworth playing on the wing. They'll set up now nicely here, the two Blues. Nick Brady, very impressed by him last week, but he loses the ball there. So now, looking for field position here, the Southern Beaches side, and that's a penalty to the Wanderers.
He's called flopping over there. The old flop.
The old Frosby flop, they say. Jared Logan blowing the first penalty in his 100th match as we look at the replay here.
Straight off his feet.
Yeah, off his feet, definitely. So they're going to go for the points here. The two Blues, definitely in kicking distance for Simmons.
Going for the corner.
So this will test them out here. Phil Bradford, very good line-out thrower. And they've also got Christensen, who has worked well on his set piece as well. But that's well worked there. And
oh, he's pulled it down. That's got to be an advantage they're playing.
oh, nice ball there, Murch. He'll take the hit up all day. Sherwood gets it to Simmons, goes behind Rahui. They look dangerous out wide. Here's March. He gets away from one. He's in the corner, and that's the first try of the match. Marsh gets a try in the corner.
Good strong try, that. He's done well to brush off two tacklers there and get into that corner with a little space to work with.
Yeah, he certainly did, and the Wanderers, this could be an absolute shellacking here. Southern Beaches, they started well, but at 2 minutes down, they look very vulnerable out wide, Ben.
Well, that just came from a set piece. They went one phase in the middle.
As we look at the replay here, just hands did it. And Marsh, he's been one of the informed wingers this season, reaches out. And good try there to the winger.
He's done really well there. 2.5 minutes in, sign of things to come.
So Simmons from the sideline, we saw him hit the post and bounce off last week. He tied in the second half, hit the post and went over. So I expect this one to go right over the black dot. Ben?
Big call with this win. I'm backing him out.
Backing him out. Well, there we go. Our expert here today, Ben Finney, backing him out. A phrase not uncommon here at the Two Blues headquarters. But I'm backing him in. Oh, and it's just swung wide.
Thank you. Not a bad attempt, though.
So 5-0 the score line. Good attempt, as you said, under the conditions, and it has started to drizzle again here at number 2 Sports Ground. As we go now, Adrian Delore in the 13 has the ball for the kick. 7 specialist, gets it deep, goes very deep, and Gross under it, nicely taken, gets it back to Simmons, and it goes all the way over the 40. Amopo's there to take it. Vartaleva says, hold it there, mate. We're going to take the line out and see if we can work it back up into this Wanderers half.
Good clearance there, good exit play. Short line out.
VAR goes up. Amopo off the back. Oh, poor ball to Delore. They're running wide, though. Gibson it is. Oh, a bit of confusion there. Won't be happy with the service there. Delore, he gets the ball back. They've lost some ground there as Watini gets a long ball out. There's trouble if they can get hands. And they can. Here goes Delore. They scramble well, Wanderers, here at number 2 Sports Ground. Just resetting there. Good ball by Gibson.
He got numbers on the blind again. Ooh.
They do go that way.
Big fella's tucked it under his arm. Burrows it in.
Yeah, Jackson McLean Needs to get the ball back. He does. Here's Gibson taking another hit up. He's been busy. Delor's calling for it. He gets it. This is Adrian Delor. Gets a long kick into the 22 as Atala comes around, as does Marsh.
Good kick.
Oh, and Atala loses his footing, but gets a very good kick anyway.
Still in. Play on.
So it's play on here.
The young fella's taking him
Delor
on.
takes him on. Lockie Wade on the far side. He's been around a few years as well, but he's bundled into touch that time. This is better stuff by this Beaches side.
Not afraid to try their arm there. It's good to see.
There's a big crowd here at number 2 Sports Ground as the ball goes to the back. Simmons.
Oh, good ball.
Nice little flat ball there to Brady. He goes again. And here they come now. Ashworth in space. Gets around one. We know he's quick. Ashworth's going for the line, but he's taken in a very good tackle by Lockie Wade.
Great cover tackle there by Lockie Wade. He's come across field to clean up the mess, and the fullback was left flat-footed.
Wow, look at Lockie Wade. He's come a long, long way, as we see here. There's plenty of numbers as Ashworth. We know he's quick.
He made that.
The in and away, he made a feel look pedestrian.
Oh, they've lost the line out too.
All he had there was his hair, Afia. So Sherwood digging for it. Wanderers pick and drive. Martini going for it. Goes through as the dummy run of the ball. Goes wide. Atala. Here goes Rahui. You back him in to score from there, and he will.
Too easy. Too many numbers. Too quick a hands.
Well, this could be a demolition here, Ben. They look very
early signs
slim on that far right-hand side at the moment.
They sucked him in, turned it over at the line out, sucked it in, quick hands out, under the post almost.
He had supporter out wide as well as we go now to the replay. They set it up nicely off the back of that line out.
Poor line out by Southern Beaches. Easy turnover for Wanderers. 3 passes and they're gone. There it is.
And they just didn't have the numbers in the end. Rahui, well, every day of the week he's going to take that himself and score.
Southern Beaches will be disappointed with that. Just to state the obvious.
So Simmons missing his first kick. He's none from 1.
I'll back him in for this, Gareth.
Well, I'm going to go the opposite. Comes in for the kick. Hits it.
There we go.
Well, that's 2 from 2 for Ben Finney. That's 1 from 2 from Simmons. So the score now 12-0 in favour of the Wanderers. Southern Beaches do look all right when they've got the ball in hand, but they need to keep the ball in hand, maybe potentially kicking it too much at the moment, Ben.
Yeah, I think they need to work on that line defence a little bit in bits and pieces there. To break down the close side here and then the hands across the other way to put it in the corner.
So Delor with a kick. It's another high one. Ben Ham's under it. Mistake free. So far, Ben Ham, he's certainly on track for an Anderson medal again. If he can keep on the field, he's had a few injuries. And here comes Big Vartaliba. Oh, he's put...
Bit isolated. Oh, he's done well to get that out.
So the trouble here. Oh, nice long ball by Delor on the far side. Delor kicking through. Oh, picked up by Simmons.
Nice work.
Good stuff there.
Touch. Gets
the touch. So Watini now taking a hit up. They're going to have to get around him. Here's their captain. Oh, nice little ball. Probably shouldn't have thrown it, though. I thought he got him through the gap. And Delor with a kick there for his brother. Coming through is Rahui, though. Scavenges and keeps in the field of play. Well done.
Done well there. Ball's out, he's called. Bodies everywhere.
Yeah, Wanderers. Christensen picking it up. Does the little things right, Ben Christensen. The country representative, and it comes off the boot of Simmons. Stays in the field of play. Hamopo. Afia.
Got a bit of bring it to the left. He's gone the wrong way.
He's gone back to Delor on the far side.
He's gone back to a lot of defence.
In fairness, his forwards were all there. So good run by McLean. There's trouble out wide now. Here comes Delore to his brother.
Well.
There's numbers. Oh, he dummies. It's a forward pass.
Unlucky. Used the ball well then, Southern Beaches.
Andrew Delore was almost unmarked. The cutout pass was almost on as well. As we look at the replay here. Oh, line ball. I thought it was all right.
That was going backwards out of the hands.
Well, how to make an impact on your 100th game. Brought to you by Jared Logan.
He wants to make it memorable.
Of course, the referee is sponsored by Specsavers as well. Big thank you to Specsavers. Helping these referees ensure they get the line balls correct.
As we just saw. Thank you, Jared.
So here's Sherwood. Simmons is set to kick, but I expect Murch to take the hit up here. Oh, good scrum by Beaches, though. Oh, they've caught them unawares.
Oh.
They go to the short side, and Ham's there to make the tackle on the captain of the Beaches, and they turn it over, and it's a penalty in kicking distance. What do you do here, Ben?
I'll take the points early on. Get on the scoreboard. They're only 12 behind. 2 points. 2 scores, sorry.
I'm going for the corner. And they're going to go for another scrum here, so really rating their chances. Interesting as well, Todd Loudon, he's had a bit to do with the Beaches side in the past couple of weeks. And obviously set up these brilliant program here that the Wanderers have. So little games within the games here, maybe.
Seems like I reckon the Southern Beaches pack caught the much fancied Wanderers pack off guard then with that scrum. So I think they're going to try and assert their dominance here today.
Of course, this game being brought to you by Rams, the 2016 NHRU Premiership partners. And of course, Top Better, get in the game with Top Better for all your local free tournaments. And a bit of fun to go with it as the ball comes to Delore. Oh, Afia gets a really bad ball as Murch picks it up. So a wasted opportunity there. Good strength by Murch.
There's a bit of confusion there in the back set play.
Comes back to Simmons, great clearance as Lockie Wade. He's forced to go all the way back to 10 metres out. But he's got plenty of time. He sees a wall of blue defenders coming towards him, makes a good touch finder.
Nice return.
Up towards the halfway. So 12-0 the score here. Phil Bradford waiting for the ball. Another short line out. We'll see Martini at the back. Oh, they go to Groth. Nicely worked. They go to Murch instead, and Rahui gets a ball out wide. And Posey makes a good tackle in the midfield. Catching them off guard. Here comes Marsh, keeping the ball in.
Oh, no.
Ashford's chasing. Afia. Oh, Marsh is going to get there. Good try. Good hustle. But he's called a penalty. Pushing the back.
Lucky escape there for the Southern Beaches boys. They don't quite know what they were doing there, holding off the ball for far too long.
Yeah, Afia, he doesn't really seem that desperate at the back there. I might chance my arm and see if Delore goes back there shortly as we see the replay.
He's just waiting for it to come to him, and then...
Yeah, didn't really attack the ball at all, and
oh, jeez.
That's a very unlucky call for the two Blues there. Yeah. They could have gone ahead by a further 7 points. They deserve the try.
I think he just brushed him.
It's almost as if I was watching the feature match on Bar TV for the NPL. The dive was there. And that's a penalty now. So Wanderers, they get something out of it in the end, and Southern Beaches really aren't executing at the moment, Ben.
No, especially in their line-out. That's the second or third line-out that they've lost. A bit disorganised.
But we know the Southern Beaches, they don't mind being behind on the scoreboard. They certainly come home in the second half. We've seen them do it against Maitland in the first round. We've seen them do it against Merewether Carlton. And, of course, we saw them win last week from behind against Lake Macquarie. The ball goes to the back, and again.
Good line-out.
Great stuff by the two Blues. Murch. Here goes Ashford. Ashford ducks under one. Here he comes. He's been strong so far, Ashford. He's close.
Held up.
Logan's called held up. I wouldn't mind seeing the replay there because I think he got it down.
Big call, Gareth. But you do have good eyes.
Well, we'll go to the Bar TV bunker. Of course, all hands on deck for Bar TV today with all the wet weather. Some good hands there.
Ducked under 2.
That was poor defending by the Beaches, really. He's close. He's on the ground there. Oh, yeah, just gets under. Wow.
Good work. Delore, one of.
One of.
Could be a safe bet just to say Delore for any option, any guy with a headgear out there.
But it's going to be a Wanderers scrum. There's a fairly big short side here in Atala. We know he's strong. So we'll see how they go on this scrum here. Oh, this is better stuff by the two Blues. They go to Simmons. Rahui gets away.
Good tackle.
Almost. Good tackle.
Straight on. That could be a penalty there. There we go.
Oh, penalty, Southern Beaches.
Oh, he's gone for a quick tap.
Quick tap taken, going downfield. He was hampered in his chase. Looks like he's done something to that hamstring. We know he's got dodgy ones. Delore. Zakatala, poor chase, really.
Poor chase.
Oh, and here he comes, Atala. Atala counter-attacking. Inside, Simmons. Martini. Flick pass. Oh, kicking through. Here comes Brady. Brady can't get there.
End-to-end stuff here, Gareth.
Isn't it what? It's exciting here at number 2 Sports Ground. It's cold, but the crowd doing plenty of work, getting up on their feet. So unlucky there, Nick Brady.
What's the final call? We got a knock on here? Oh, good. Here we go.
So we'll see the replay. Zakatala, so dangerous in broken field and gets away from 3 there. Inside ball.
Good support play.
Yeah, good support. Marsh.
Martin with the
Well,
flick.
Martin just...
Oh, jeez.
Everything was in that one. The skills. There was soccer. There was rugby. There was a bit of Harlem Globetrotters.
Bit of backhanded stuff like the Wanderers like to do.
Whoa.
Whoa. Too early?
Never too early. Oh, that's going to be a... I thought he was going to blow the short arm there as we see the two Blues keeping warm and limber down there.
Big as their health, aren't they?
Going through their stretches. I don't know if Big Waller got dropped for not making training on Thursday. I don't know if he's got hamstrings, but he certainly was stretching them up just then. As we hear the big cruise ship in the background, the coal ship. Wasn't half time. Only 18 gone in this half. Good scrum again by Southern Beaches and Sherwood.
Done well.
Almost offside, and good tackle by Delore on Murch. Simmons is calling to the left. They go that way. Oh, Big Ignacio gets a ball away to Bradford. Bradford gave himself up in the end. Logan took a while to call the knock on there, and Bradford gets a little pat on the head from Southern Beaches and Wanderers.
Hempo did well in that the last scrum.
Really hustled, didn't he? At the
Put some good pressure on Sherwood.
Of course, we normally see Sherwood, the little terrier there, as we see him from behind there with a slice of Devon. As we go to the replay, Bradford really gave himself up.
It's good hands.
But it was a knock on. So a bit of gamesmanship by Christensen out there. Of course, playing in the countryside, had a good game last week from all reports.
Bit of a quiet achiever.
Oh, he's definitely the most improved, I guess, prop forward in this competition over the last 3 or 4 years. He's probably one of the best in the competition now. Good all-round game. Does all the tight stuff.
Does a lot of tight work. Bit of toe for a bigger fella. Doesn't get the opportunity to stretch out as much though.
The starch man. Oh, popped off the back by Taliva. Inside, outside, he goes himself. Could be a turnover here. Good counter-rucking by the two Blues. They turn it over. Nicely done. Ben Ham comes up with it. They lost a bit of ground, the two Blues, but you'll see the experience come in here as Murch takes a good settling ball forward.
Good position. They've got numbers on the left.
They're playing a bit wider this week. Oh, Simmons.
Oh, good tackle.
Almost found a gap, and here comes Sherwood. Dangerous when he runs with the ball.
Southern Beach is a little bit slow to turn around. They've got the defensive
almost
line
offside there. They almost jumped the gun, but they're picking and driving here, the Wanderers. Oh, good defence by the Beaches side. And that's a penalty knock on, so great defence in there by Ty Watini. He's been into the Southern Beaches for a couple of years now.
He's done well.
.21 minutes gone here in this game. And it's really starting to come down here at number 2 Sports Ground. And so your cameras here at Bar TV Sports, of course, our programming a little bit disjointed here today. At the Country Championships in Rugby League at Wollongong called off, so we've brought in the Alpha team, Ben.
The old East Coast Low asserting its dominance now. You can see the flags, the trees,
everything's
flapping.
Including your mouth as the ball
Lips are flapping.
comes down. Beaches, maybe a turnover. No, they come up with it in the end. They're
They could throw a blanket
very
over that
disorganised as the Wanderers come through. And what was a pretty good hit. Bartoleva, you know he's going to get them on the front foot, and he does just that.
Oh, good ball.
Oh, nice ball. Here comes Delore.
Oh, he's called it forward
He's
again.
called it forward again.
He doesn't like that combination. Delore to...
Yeah, it's Posey to Delore.
Posey to Delore, Delore to Posey.
It was a good one-armer, but slightly forward here at number 2 Sports Ground.
What have we got there? Bit of a blood bin.
And we see the crowd loving it here at number 2 Sports Ground as well. There's probably about 800 people here today in the wet, so good on them for coming out. And all our listeners at home, of course, if you want to get in the game with us, hit us on Twitter at Bar TV Sports, hashtag Bar TV Sports, or subscribe to our YouTube channel as well for all your highlights and up-to-date information on all the sports around Newcastle, indeed around Australia as well. We might see Waller come to the field now. Bradford looks like he's been dried up. He's all right. He's going to stay out there. Waller was warming up. He had a very good reserve grade match.
Bradford might have just copped a little bit of a bump. He's shaking her off, in fact, to get ready to go.
So it'll be 2 Blues with the feed after a little bit of a break there. And a good scrum by the Wanderers. Picked up off the back. Oh, poor ball. Kicked forward by Delore. It's advantage to the Southern Beaches side. Delore gets a wide ball to his brother, Adrian Delore. Inside to Afia. Taken in a nice tackle over the halfway now.
Ooh.
Good counter-rucking by the 2 Blues.
Ione says.
Not in there. Rahui comes up with it. So Rahui now. He's great in attack, but his defence is certainly underrated. Coming out wide, Simmons will punch it down. There's no one there. Here comes Atala. There's trouble, Atala. He's close.
They're just looking at each other.
Yeah, Southern Beaches have to get their backfield play right. They're
Nice communication between Simmons and Atala.
very lazy. Atala's so quick, isn't he?
And he saw the fullback was up. He's spoken to Simmons and he's chipped it through for a nice little kick.
Phil Bradford.
I'm picking them going to the back again.
Yeah, they go. They're not contesting up the back there, the Beaches side, so it's free ball if they nail it all day. Oh, a little move there to Simmons. Didn't go to plan. Oh, look at that.
Nice little turn.
Nice work by Ashworth. Atala now. Getting it wide to Battolina. Battolina, the Argentinian. Benham now picking and driving. Wide ball to Christensen. Bradford running out wide. He's fast. Bradford's going to go over in the corner. And again, they go down that left side and come up with a reward. What about Phil Bradford? Opened up. He's pretty quick for a number 2 there, Ben.
He is. He normally plays on the side as well. He plays a bit of 7, bit of number 2. Good versatile hooker.
17-0 the scoreline now. Southern Beaches were building a little bit there, and the Wanderers hit them right where it hurt, down that left edge.
There we go.
As we look at the replay now, talk us through it, Ben.
Well, he's done well. Nice hands. Watch Bradford. Drops the body weight over the 11. Shut the gate.
Shut the gate. Pay your toll and don't come back, says Phil Bradford. So Simmons, former touch football player, made a good career here at the Two Blues.
I think he's found his range, Gareth. I'm going to back him in.
Yeah, 5 out from the touchline. He hits it, it comes around, and the flags stay down, Ben.
Stay down. Can't get them all the time.
I thought he got it. And the breeze has certainly picked up, as has the rain here.
Here comes the East Coast low.
The East Coast low just got lower. So here is Adrian Delore. Another kickoff for the Southern Beaches side, and
Nice
that's
and
the
high.
best one of the day. They let it bounce, the Two Blues. Offside, yes. Jared Logan was up on it. They're going to take the quick tap, are they?
Oh, it's going to be opting for a scrum. Their line out isn't working too well so far.
Well, they haven't had much opportunity with the line out either, but we'll see what they do here. I think they'll go for the line, maybe.
Sherwood's not too happy with the call.
As any good halfback / captain role is, to question everything.
They've got to get involved somehow.
You've just got to sway the referee at the end of the day, and it might not work the first 2 times, but I guarantee you'll get one come his way soon.
See if they can nail this line out.
So Watini. Oh, it's off the back. They come up with it. Zamopo feeds to Law, runs to the line, gives it to his brother. The gap opens up. Afia's calling it for it on the wide. Oh, inside ball, and this is going to be close. Penalty to the Wanderers.
Penalty.
What has happened there? Double movement, says Logan.
Wow, unlucky. Well worked set
You'd think
piece,
in
that.
this weather it would be momentum. But in any case, the Two Blues have the ball. 10 minutes remaining. Oh, good inside ball, though. The double reach, maybe. Give or take. Could have gone either way in this weather.
Good old classic Georgie call from the back of the ruck. Unlucky not to score.
Yeah, but Tim Pusey's very impressive, isn't he? The number
had a good
5 for
game.
the Southern Beaches. He's
It's a big boy.
got some good ball skills, runs some good lines as well. They try and spoil this time the Beaches, but they don't. Battolina goes up for it, and Martin now runs.
Bit of space.
But Southern Beaches converge on him.
Think
Picking
they've
and
turned it
driving
over.
now. They've turned it over the Beaches. Can they get something on the board now? Michael Delore forced to run himself. Gibson just overrunning the play. Afia. Oh, steps off his left foot there. Here's Adrian Delore getting it to
nice
Jose
hands here.
Bartolini, advancing the ball. Watini has it. He's isolated. stays in touch. Well done there as Bartoleva picks and drives. Goes by himself, the captain. Going wide now, Adrian Delore. This is better stuff by the Southern Beaches side.
We're building a little bit of momentum.
Oh, as we say, they're building momentum. It stops with a knock-on, but it's a penalty. Advantage played.
It's been the story of Southern Beaches today. They build a little bit of momentum and they knock it on. Lucky they got the advantage. Let's see what they do.
17-0 the scoreline. It's a bit of a hold in play. 17-0, 10 minutes remaining. We'll see what the Beaches side have here. Oh, that was a terrible kick, I thought. I thought he almost kicked it into the goals there.
Pushing for the corner post. Let's see if they can nail this line out. Been a bit of...
it's been horrible, the line out.
Horrible for him. I didn't want to go that harsh, but you've nailed it.
Oh, VAR goes up. Oh, and it bounces out. They have to clean up at the back. They were set up for the rolling maul here. As the ball's at the back, Hamopo's going to have to dig for it. He does. Here's Michael Delore. Dummies again.
Bring it back to Vaughn.
Here's Bartoleva, spins. He's still going. He's strong, the veteran. Oh, he loses the ball.
Oh.
So that's going to be a scrum here for the two Blues. And again, their defence on the goal line. Unbelievable. We see plenty of fans out here.
What a day to be about. The old East Coast Lows brings out the best in the supporters.
Well, it certainly brings out the jackets. The rain is really pelting down now here at number 2. Can the Beaches come back with a big scrum here on the Wanderers line? We saw them do it once. It's slippery out there. So Leland Marshall there, closest on our screen for our Bar TV viewers with the white boots. I'm guaranteeing they haven't got steel studs in them, Ben. And look at the rain. Look at it pelting down.
Beautiful day here at number 2. Where else would you rather be? Michael Dan, Tim Wolf.
Oh, good. Scrum again by Beaches. Martin forced to pick up. He does well.
Done well to hold on to that.
The former rugby league player. Simmons gets a kick against a very, very stiff breeze. It's really swirling around the breeze, isn't it? He was kicking into it. Now he's going to be kicking with it if they do win this line out, which they've done all day. We see the fans there. They're right into this match there. Talking through their team's chances. Oh, Sherwood doesn't dive on it. Should have dived on it. Oh, turning.
I don't know what quite happened there.
Andrew Delore on the inside.
Oh, and Wanderers have turned it over. Christensen's turned that over.
Oh, Christensen, he's done so well.
He's having a good game.
Well, that's why he's earned himself a country jersey this year. Disappointed not to be opening up here for the England side, and it's a little bit of scuffle here.
Out come the handbags.
Adrian Delore. I didn't think he had it in, but he did. Cal Groth. Probably had the weight advantage. Luke Sherwood just getting in there like a terrier. Yapping at the heels. Getting him up towards the halfway. And you see the breeze there. Look at it blowing on that flag. So Bradford.
They're going to the back again. He's done well.
Not straight, maybe.
They're bold throwing in this wind, but he's done well to hit the...
well, there's a metre leeway in conditions like this, I think. Oh, Murch finds the gap. He had support on the outside, went the wrong way. The Merchant of Menace. Ashworth. Taking a hit up. He's been impressive, Ashworth.
Been involved.
So Simmons, flat ball now.
Well back.
Leland Marshall. Good rugby name, Leland. As Simmons. Oh, he slips, he falls. They've lost plenty of yards now.
Lost a little bit of cohesion. Slow to turn around at the moment. I think...
oh, nice work. It's come out, though, and picked up. Delore gets around, has his brother on the outside. Not as quick as what he once was, and wrapped up
the big
by Ashworth, and here he comes. Big Posey with an arm away. kicking for himself, going
it's
for the
still in.
corner. Oh, very close. Pete Madden. We
Nice.
haven't said his name all day, but we certainly were almost going to be screaming it there as he almost got his side back into this
Impressive little
contest. They're
plays.
17-0 down.
Posey involved again.
Look at the ball here as we look at the step, the offload. Good skills there as well.
Coming close. Good chase. Does he get it down?
Oh, he was close. Madden. Oh, that's a poor ball. He's having a terrible game at the moment. Afia. Oh, good
Stripped
work there by Marshall.
Turned it back again. Someone's lost his
Oh, he's been picked up,
Oh.
and he is going to go to the bin. Mark my words, Ben.
Daniel Martin, take 10 minutes, mate. Have a cheese sandwich.
That could almost be a red card here, Ben. The crowd's hushed. They're waiting to see what Logan, on his 100th game, is going to do here.
How's he
He
gonna
told
change
us he
the
was a
game?
very good card player as a youngster. What's he going to shuffle? What's he going to come out with? He reaches for the pocket. Oh, and it's a yellow.
Definite yellow.
So the Colby cheese, not the Edam. Look at that. Yeah, he lifted. It wasn't too bad. It looked
than
worse.
what I saw. Ooh, landed on the back, not on the head. If that's
As you
any
slow it
difference.
down, wasn't too bad. And they don't find
Oh,
touch.
That's a win. The East Coast Low, I told you.
So Simmons. Tell you what, your commentary's putting me on an East Coast low at the moment, Ben. As now, here is Afia. Doesn't come up with a mistake that time.
That's his best option all day.
Here's
Parker.
Lockie Wade kicking the ball for support. Simmons comes across.
Toe on the line.
Toe on the line. So they play the line. 37 down. Comes off the top. Goes wide to Simmons. Here comes Murch.
Oh.
Straight and hard by Murch.
Jeez.
Has support on the outside. May not need it. Oh, gets a poor ball in into Ashworth. Ashworth gets away. He's elusive. To Atala. Atala will set the ball up. Simmons. Wide ball now to Ham, who gets it out wide. Here goes Bradford again. Marsh, he'll go untouched. Marsh with a good try down that left side flank again.
That all started with a line out back on halfway.
That all started with them not finding touch.
Yeah, correct.
They had the opportunity. They're a man up. I don't know with a man up how they can be so outnumbered on that far side, Ben. Again,
There was holes everywhere. The 12.
more holes than an Afghan quilt, mate. I need one at the moment.
I'll tell you.
Freezing up here at number 2 Sports Ground. The wind tunnel, certainly. Well, it could have been Jimmy Garner breathing on my neck with his icy cold breeze. How are you, James?
Top of the world, mate. Just got a sausage sandwich, actually, so I'm fine.
Ah, very good.
It was too easy, that try. Southern Beaches committed all their defence in tight.
So here's Simmons, and there's Jimmy Gardner.
He's got a bit of tomato sauce on the
The
chin.
Herald pundit. Yeah, that's a. Oh no, not tomato sauce on the chin, is it? Of course, a big fan of the Merriweather Bakery. So coming in now, Simmons hits it. And he has made no mistake of that. So now the Wanderers with a comprehensive lead coming into half time.
I'll tell you what, Mark Eads had trouble putting that flag up. It's blowing that hard out there.
He might have a shoulder injury, Eads. Looks like he's lost a bit of weight, so maybe doing some CrossFit or something.
Nothing will surprise me these days. Gone for the opposite side.
Yeah, the old opposite side trick. Didn't really work for them that time.
Not much of a chase on it to support.
So Southern Beaches is going to take a big halftime speech by their coach, Johan Lawrence, the South African. Needs to pick a few of these Beaches outside defenders by the scruff of the neck and Tell them to pick their act up, because the defence out wide has certainly let this Beaches side down. They've been very good up the middle.
Oh, and there goes Beaches, line out again. Terrible.
Well, that's letting them down as well. And there goes Sherwood. Can he get an arm free? Knock on, though. Wanderers, it'll be a last chance effort here for Southern Beaches coming towards half-time. Might be a couple of minutes of extra time.
If they want to stay in this, they need to score this half. They've got a man down, as you said. See what they can do.
So here they come, the Beaches. Good scrum again. Oh, a little knock on at the back, maybe.
Got away with it.
Madden double pumps it to Afia.
Meets a brick wall.
And comes out the side. Knock on by the Wanderers. I don't know about that.
Lucky to get away with that. Not really respecting the ball, Southern Beaches. Turning over far too easily.
We'll see there the scoreboard. The Kookaburra scoreboard, 24-0. Look at that. No expense spared here at number 2 Sports Ground.
Best scoreboard in town, I've heard.
I'm pretty sure they stole it from number 1.
All on the open side. Set play move.
Yeah, watch them go the short side. Oh, scrappy scrum. VAR forced to clean up. Gets a scrappy ball to Hamopo. We know he's strong, but he's held up by Groth. Equally strong. In the end, they do well.
I'm not sure they're going to get that out. Caught it up. Wanderers scrum.
And that will be half-time here at number 2 Sports Ground. 25-0 to the Wanderers against the Beaches. And Wanderers, they haven't had too much ball, Ben, but they've been the better of the two sides and just taken all their opportunities here.
Exactly right, Gareth. Southern Beaches disappointed that half. They haven't been able to build momentum, turning over far too easily and being punished.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here on Bar TV Sports Coverage and come back with the action and a bit of highlights action here at half-time. For all our viewers at home, don't go away. We'll be back in 5 minutes and watch the best of the second half.
Bar TV Sports would like to thank Top Better. Get in the game at topbetter.com.au. And Cornelia's Crump, the Bar TV Sports beverage of choice. And Rams Loans for supporting the 2016 NHRU Premiership.
as our Bar TV crew get ready here at number 2 Sports Ground. We're going to take you through the first half action as we see the Wanderers huddle there. And this is the first try scored out on the far side by Marsh. And he's looked good, hasn't he, Ben?
He's looked pretty dangerous out there. That was just a case of simple hands. Step one, but the fullback for Southern Beaches hasn't had a good game of defence.
And we go here again. All the tries in this first half have been scored right out wide. As we look, Sherwood digging for it here. And again, they go wide. Really test them out wide again. As Rahui this time gets the try.
Rahui, look at that. It was just, again, a case of simple hands, good communication. They've sucked in the numbers and bang, they're in the corner.
Here we look at Zakatala with the counter-attack, and look at the camera work by our Bar TV crew. We've got the Alpha squad here today. And Marsh, great hands by him. Martin, what about this ball?
Look at that flick. This could have led to it. It was unlucky not to score there.
So again, down that left side.
Left
And
side
now
again.
we'll see here the big man,
Bradford
just dropping that shoulder. Certainly a player to watch for the future, and we know there's a few Sydney clubs circling him.
Understandably so.
I know Darren Coleman's got his eyes firmly set on him.
Look at the numbers. Here he is, Bradford again.
He's the Bubba Coleman of the Shoot Shield, Darren, as Marsh goes in again for another try. So they're scoreless here, the Southern Beaches side. It'll be then kicking off the score 24-0 here at number 2 Sports Ground in this Rams 2016 Premiership fixture.
The rain's eased off, the East Coast low. I think might be the eye of the cyclone.
The eye of the storm we're in before, of course. Viatech and NIB also supporting the Rams 2016 Premiership as well. So it's game on here. Sherwood untroubled there by the kick. And Simmons up against a very stiff breeze now. Finds touch.
I'd expect to see Wanderers run the ball a little bit more running into this breeze.
Well, the breeze seems to have definitely shifted. And it's well in the faces now of the Wanderers.
We'll see how Southern Beaches go with this line out.
We see a couple of people enjoying the refreshments here as well on Bar TV Sports. That goes out wide, Michael Delore. He's been in good form. He hasn't had the best service today. Well, coming over there, Groth cleaned out in the end, but they've been very, very impressive. The counter-rucking by the Wanderers in the first half.
They haven't given Southern Beaches any room to move.
So here's Afia. Hard to put down. Made a few mistakes in that first half. Was probably too critical. Oh, nice ball over the top.
Yeah, we've got the numbers for Southern Beaches here, if they can use it.
Oh, stepping off the right was Rickard.
He's got numbers.
Rickard's got numbers.
Right.
He doesn't use them. Should have gone inside. So Watini, they're 5 out now. Picking and driving. And that's a try.
Good work.
Southern Beaches come up with a try. Ron McMahon. We haven't heard boo from him all game. And he comes up with Southern Beaches' first points here.
Almost thought he butchered that. Options left and right, passed it to the ground, and they recovered.
Well, he did butcher it, but they ended up scoring the try. And the Wanderers fans, they're shaking their head. Can't believe it.
Stunned in disbelief.
We go out now as we see the crowd. So Marshall Hamopo, he'll be kicking here today.
He's got a good boot on him as well.
Yeah, certainly something he's worked on. Comes from, I believe, the Central Coast as well.
Central Coast, yeah.
As does a vast array of this Southern Beaches side, which is fine. 25-5. A minute into the game. He's set to kick. He hits it and, oh, it's come around. What about that? The wind just pushed it over in the end. So 25-7 the score here. And I think we might have a game on our hand now, Ben.
That was quite possibly the slowest kick in the world. Seemed to take forever to go.
It
get
floated,
over
didn't it?
Yeah. Wanderers set
It
to the
reminds
right.
me of a young BJ Gary from the Waratahs. And that's a high kick there.
Oh,
Look at that Battleina.
Soared above him. Soared
Wow,
like an
the
eagle.
Argentinian. The ball comes out, Simmons. Here comes Murch again, he's
Numbers.
dangerous. Atala dummies. Atala has support. Oh, and Marshy's taken out. Unlucky there, he's still going, fell on his feet. 22 out. They're over the ball, the Beaches, but Wanderers now they attack. Simmons straightens up. What a play that was, Ben.
Oh, it was. You'd think Southern Beaches were a man down by the way Wanderers are playing at the moment.
Oh, and it's a penalty. Southern Beaches coming up with a big one. Christensen
I think that might have been
unsure with what he's doing.
Nathan Rickard come out in the second half and he's made good in-rounds, turned the ball over.
Yeah, he certainly has. Rickard, the big prop forward, number one. They did lose quite a few players this year, Southern Beaches, but their forward pack certainly hasn't let them down today.
No, you're right there. Good size, good forward pack. Let's see if they can get a... Oh, they've won their first line out. Rickard again.
Yeah, Rickard is on the money here. Madden getting a ball to
Oh.
Delore, and it's on in the
Oh,
middle.
there
Here it goes.
Oh, Rickard.
There's punches thrown everywhere.
I think Rickard's my new favourite player.
And Jared Logan has called that very early. Wow, there was punches flying. Ben Ham, he's having a laugh. Certainly in the thick of it. And Christensen, he's mouthing off now at the moment.
Shell was trying to settle the troops. What have we got? Now Rickard
Of course
again.
he's- Yeah, Rickard,
Brother
he's
Marcus
on
Christensen,
he was playing
See
earlier
you
on
later,
today,
Ray.
so we might see
Yeah.
some of him. We see Logan.
Yeah,
we might be
good
able to
argument.
get a listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, he's through punches. Which number?
The guy in the headgear, I think it is.
The coloured headgear.
Did he just say the
Number
guy
one.
in the headgear? Well, that's all of the Delors.
That's the Delors, isn't it?
The first defence. Blue late tackle.
So the first offence is the blue late tackle, they're
yeah.
saying. As we look at the replay.
I think that might have been Christensen on Rickard.
Alright, number one.
Oh, he's come up and he's thrown the big haymaker. Look at that. Nice work.
I think we're going to have a couple of people having a little bit of a...
Hit him after he's passed it, which is obviously a retaliation to back there. You've come in throwing punches. I need you two to calm down, right? We're going to keep this on the field.
Oh, they're going to keep them on the field.
You need more responsibility, all right? The original penalty is going to
Look at it here. It's boiling over.
Interesting not to see a card there for throwing punches.
Yeah, well, the Southern Beaches player is going to have a chat as well. They're going to keep them on the field, I'd imagine.
All right, we've got responsibility. We don't need any of that, okay?
Nathan Rickard came with a big haymaker. Landed on the chin of Christensen. Caught him unawares. Wasn't really expecting it. And
I'm still just getting over the fact that we've got a prop jumping in the lineouts.
I love it. Should be more of it.
Absolutely.
They should change the rules that only props can jump in the lineouts. Oh, and Wanderers come up. Battleina again. He's been good all day. This game threatens to boil over here, Ben.
Tensions are high.
Tensions are high. Bradford getting a few pats on the head. They'll move at 15 out.
Southern Beaches lineouts, their Achilles heel today. Except for when the prop jumps.
Yeah, definitely need to throw up Rickard a few more times. It's the ultimate foils. We see the bench.
Nice pink egg there. Everybody needs one.
I think that might be Ali Falonga down there. One of the two Ali Falonga brothers.
I think we've got Martin back out there.
Oh, good scrum by the two Blues. Oh, yeah, he's got a call from the touch judge. He used his hand to get the ball in. And you can't do that anymore.
Can't get away with that anymore.
We saw it loud and clear, live and clear, on our Bar TV screens. And the touch judge was well placed as we see the big hand go in there from Hayden Gavin, who probably thinks he's still playing in the centres.
Few numbers out, short line out.
So again, Battolino, the ball just bumps off the head of a Wanderers player.
Martin.
Here's Martin again, winding up, getting through the other side. Here goes Martin, gets a ball free. Here comes Mars. He's very quick, and Mars will get there in the end. Yes, he will. What a try by Mars. Martin.
Martin gets the legs pumping.
Look at the crowd, the two Blues. They're loving it here. They're talking about the old days when they ran down the sideline over a couple of schooners. But what a try. Dan Martini's been threatening all game. He breaks through the line. You can guarantee at least one occasion. Wasn't the best line out by the Wanderers, Ben. As here he comes now. There was no line there by the Southern Beaches side.
A little bit of a jinx. Steps
broken field. Look at the arm here, Ben. And wow, Afia, he's a very quick player, Afia, and it just shows how quick young Marsh is. Wow. Almost got there with the...
Almost a Jared Hayne ankle tap then. As he scrambled over. Try.
Yeah, try. He's certainly playing like Jared Hayne at the moment, isn't he, Afia?
I have to say that was his best tackle of the day anyway.
Well, he was almost there. It's as close as he's got all day. In any case, the ball comes in. Oh, Simmons. Oh, he's got it. I don't know about that one. But the flags went up. The touch judges were there.
E.T. was happy with it.
Of course, Eads, he's the referee's boss this year. The referee's coach.
Quality referee.
Oh, nice pass by Logan out in the middle as well.
Could still be playing yet, Logan. He's only 16 years old.
It's his birthday today, actually. He's just turned 18. Oh, Cal Groth, uncharacteristic error there by the number 7.
He was thinking about scoring before he caught it.
31-7 is the score. $50 minutes down. There's still plenty to go. It's only a case now. Can Beaches come back? They are the comeback kids in this competition, this Rams 2016 Premiership. They started off well.
They've got good field position here to see what they can build on. If they can maybe string 3 faces together, they might get somewhere.
Very disorganised. I was expecting better things by Michael Delore out there. Really hasn't taken the game by the scruff of the neck.
Good scrum again by Wanderers.
And they go the short side. Vartaliva. Oh, look at that run by the big captain.
People flopping everywhere.
Here he goes again, Big Poisi.
They're starting to build.
Here comes Michael Delore now. Oh, juggles the ball. It's slippery out there. Afia, he's calling for it. They go back the other way.
Went to the wrong man.
It was McLean that time. Now they go that way. Here's Watini.
Still going.
Big Tyson Watini. There's trouble short side. And it's poor delivery there by Hamopo. They're building here the Beaches though. Here's VAR. Takes them forward. Oh, he pops a ball. They go without. And now the Wanderers have it.
Just going as ones and they turn it over every time. Here we go.
Oh,
Wanderers
it's on
with the
here.
counter.
And Ashworth kicks it in the end. Afia runs straight into them. He had support out wide.
He's making some good options today.
Isn't he what? Watini picks and drives. Good awareness shown by the hooker.
He's right.
Gibson gets the ball behind him.
Nobody quite wants it yet. Delore around the collar. Still going Delore.
Yeah, nice work by Michael Delore. He needs to spark something, and VAR.
Far between the legs.
That's classic VAR to leave it there. They take the ball forward. Half time. Nelson Bay and Uni. It's 14-19.
Close one.
So that's a close one out there.
Oh, stripped.
Yeah, Logan says stripped. So they're playing flat now. VAR, he's lifting here. He's trying to lift his side. He does it so often. Here's Poisi.
Poisi.
Again.
Been dangerous.
Oh, driven back there by the two Blues. Hamopo gets it now to Adrian Delore on the inside to his brother. Vartaliva, he's there to clean up again. Adrian Delore goes back now.
Oh,
Mitchell Gibson gets through.
Oh, someone's down there.
Yeah, there's a bit of trouble out here. Is it Gibson?
I think it might be Michael Delore.
Michael Delore. We see the Canterbury headgear there. We know he wears it. So,
or a Delore.
as we look,
a few changes from Wanderers bench coming on now.
oh yeah, just falling on him there. Big Dave Waller coming onto the field. Marsh has earned himself a break as well.
He's had a good game, Marsh. Speed to burn on the wing.
We'll just get a call from one of our producers to see who's come on to replace him. Jennings is the man coming on the wing. And of course, Waller comes back. He was due to start the match, but couldn't make training on Thursday. Be interesting to see how Jennings go. He looks very quick, and Marsh has come off. Delore's going to come from the field as well. So they're going to miss him. I'd expect to see Adrian Delore go into fly half. Of course, Adrian playing in the Australian B7 side as well.
It would be good to see him with get more ball.
I think he's a little bit wasted out there at outside centre. I would have liked him to see him slot back to fullback as well and maybe put a fear in there.
Yeah, he hasn't had much opportunity. Every time he's got the ball, he's looked dangerous. But they'll miss Michael Delore.
He's had a good game under some trying conditions here, Delore.
Hasn't had the best service. He's done well with what he can.
So it's a penalty. Offside to Southern Beaches. They're going to go for the scrum again.
It's really their only set piece that's working in some sense. Let's see how they go.
Well, they tell me Jennings has just come on the wing. He's exciting. He's quick. Well, he's come on to replace Marsh, so Marsh has had an absolute flying game out there on the left flank.
He's seen plenty of ball, so hopefully Jennings will have the same opportunity and we get to see some of that spark.
We'll see them probably test him early on here as they set both sides for this scrum. Waller's come on. Very good scrummager, Waller. Rickard and Waller having a chat to each other. The big red-bearded prop forward from Wanderers. He's scored a couple of doubles this year. It's always good to see a prop forward get over the line from 50, 60 out, as he's done.
Have you done that before, guys?
Only as a prop forward.
Oh, they've lost it.
They've turned it, they screwed it. As we look at, they're running at Sandown there.
That's how excited he is to be here today.
Sandown, of course, not really affected by the rain as everywhere else today. They called him off in Brisbane. Had a big day planned at Brisbane too, Ben.
Would have been a glorious day at Brisbane. Here we go. Adrian Delors gone to the left.
The tip of the day, though, is at Rose Hill in the last. Paint loves the wet.
You get that tip from Buzz Christie?
Definitely not. As the ball comes wide now, Delors goes to nobody. His brother picks it up on the far touchline, Andrew Delors. Oh, the turn and pass, and here's Poisi again. Nice run.
Every time he's got the ball, he's made good inroads.
He's their go-to man. Oh, good tackle there by the two Blues as well. And that's going to be a penalty. Not releasing. Mitchell Gibson. The real Mitchell Gibson's out there for Southern Beaches. Playing in the 7. Playing with plenty of heart too.
He's been busy. I think he's been overshadowed by Groth.
Yeah, definitely Groth's got the better of the two matchups today. Interesting as well for the two Blues. Hobble's playing in the lower grade, so they've got him to maybe come back. I don't know what his movements are. He's a big prop forward. He'll be coming in handy at the end of the season, that's for sure.
Here we go.
And here's Jennings. Jennings, look at him go. Oh, coming in for the shoulder there. Lucky he didn't connect, or otherwise he may have found himself with some time in the bin as Martin now goes forward again. He's fast. He's looking for support. He might not need it. He's pulled down. Here goes Waller. 5 out. They go towards the right. Christensen with a great ball. And Bradford will go in again for his second.
Daniel Martin up the middle again.
What about the hands by Christensen?
Oh, Christensen.
What's he doing playing in number 1? Put a 0 on the back of him, and he wouldn't look out of place here, Ben.
Wasted in tight.
He's happy with it too. Look at the big cheesy grin.
He'll be talking about that for a while. Back at the Blue Room today.
Well, I'm sure his country coaches are watching that too. Maybe come in as a super sub, covering all positions.
Martin again. Breaks off one. Laval drags him down.
Afia,
sorry.
It's his tackle of the day, Afia, but
It's only one of two, so...
One was an ankle tap. Take nothing away from them, though.
Bradford.
The Beaches, they're trying to hang on, but the Wanderers, the class of them, certainly is showing at the moment.
Bradford second. On the wing again.
Yeah, Bradford running wide. He's hard to stop out there. And of course,
he snapped it from the sideline.
Wow, look at that. As we see,
really
Simmons with the big Cheshire cat grin coming back.
They're putting him through his paces. They're not making it easy for him.
Oh, and that's the back of the head of Dylan Evans as well.
Look at the size of that head. You can pick that a mile away.
Spent plenty of time hugging him in scrums, and now he's plying his trade in Wales, of course. So here they come for the restart, the Beaches. 61 minutes gone.
Martin's got
Here comes Martin.
Up.
Oh, good defence by the Beaches in the end. That's the best kick chase they've had all day.
Oh.
Here goes Atala. Trying to step and weave away there, but couldn't get away from a very good Beaches defence, and they've turned the ball over here, the Beaches. 38-7. Still hopes of a bonus point for the side from Lake Macquarie. Chip over the top, desperation stuff as Jennings is forced to turn. But it's too deep.
Too deep.
Would have liked to have seen them put some phases together there, Ben. They haven't really done it all game.
Well, when they've done it, they haven't really done much with it, have they?
So it'll be a scrum. We've seen, since Dave Waller comes on, certainly bookending nicely.
I wonder if they're going to go for territory and they're going to try and work it out here. I think going into the wind.
No point kicking it 30 points in front, Ben.
Let it sing, they say.
I would imagine it'll go to Rahui.
Hasn't seen much ball today, Rahui.
He hasn't, and he's touched it twice and scored once, so that's a pass mark.
Good percentages.
Here come the Beaches, almost pushing through, but the Wanderers had the secondary shove. Sherwood at the back.
Oh,
Rahui, we spoke of him just then, and he almost cut through. Coming round the corner.
Martin.
Here he goes again, Martin, flicking the ball up.
And he's hurt himself on that.
Sherwood, you're going to have to pick and drive now. Good backing up by the halfback. And that's a penalty to the two Blues. Martin may have hurt the shoulder there.
I think it might have been a fingernail.
There's a man who knows Wanderers and, of course, a sausage sandwich, Roddy Scott.
Watch your fingers, Roddy.
Don't bite those fingers off. So this is another chance here for the two Blues. 63 gone.
Watch this ball go to Martin. Off the line out. Straight through the middle.
I reckon they'll go behind him here, Ben. Rahui, as you said, hasn't seen much ball. He'll be desperate for another try. He'll want a double.
Changes are rolling in.
Danny Murch coming from the field. Had a good game, Murch. Off the top. Groth pops it, goes to no one, so
there you go,
Simmons. Ashworth, he's caught.
Turn it over.
Yeah, that's a definite turnover penalty there. So they
they're
take the quick tap. Here goes Delore. Wide ball.
Good ball.
Poisi running with it. They're 40 out.
Delore pick and drive.
Yeah, that was Andrew Delore picking and driving from the wing.
Oh, he's turned that over. No,
And that's
penalty.
a penalty. Logan says off the feet is the call. They'll go for the line here. I'd go for the tap almost as Hamopo kicks them downfield.
I would have gone for the tap as well.
Are they at the stage where they need the tricky 1-to-1? The old go up at 4 but throw to 1. Well, they do well there.
Oh, got a new hooker on and he's nailed his first one.
I think it's Alafalongo who's come on the field in the pink headgear. Oh, good tackle again. Martin picking him up and driving him into the ground. Nothing wrong with that one.
That's hurt him as well. Martin.
I don't know if this should be called out here. I thought it was just a very good driving tackle.
He's just
Picked him up and just put him into the
ground.
ground. I'm surprised. The Undertaker's not out there. Such was the hole he put him in.
I think he's left a bit of a divot in the ground. Poor Delore.
Definitely. Get the sand out there, someone, and fill up the hole because he's been driven into the ground, Adrian Delore. We know he's pretty tough.
Been played with injuries. Hopefully he's not going to come off here.
They don't need him to come off, that's for sure. As we look here and boom, look at that tackle. It was a good one, and Adrian Delore's going to come from the field as well.
Well, that's the end of his night.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Night. It's a shame because I was looking forward to seeing him really attack. As he gets a little clap coming from the field.
Straight to the sheds. Sad to see. Going for the line out again.
We've had a little tweet in from our friends on the couch at home. Tim Wolf.
How's the
Saying-
spooning going?
Saying they don't put money into scoreboards, rather motivational videos here at number 2. Well, whatever they're doing, it's working for them at the moment as Afi's come in to fly half, and that's a good ball to Madden. Good straight running, good direct running there by the Beaches.
Oh.
Dancing as VAR.
VAR.
Tullever, he picks it up. Gets an arm free, and look at the two Blues defence. Still bruising. Afia turning on the inside. McLean. 15 out. Here goes VAR again. 2 or 3 carries. Here's McLean again, so the 1-2 punch is coming from the Beaches. And that is a turnover. So again, the Wanderers' defence has been stiff all game in their own 22.
Groth and Waller, sorry.
Yeah, Groth, he's been amazing out there.
He's had a great game. Strong in the line-out, strong at the breakdown, strong in defence.
Simmons, it's coming for the camera crew. Oh, look at the catch. Dylan Evans has definitely learned that in Wales. Because I tell you what, he couldn't catch a ball when he played here in the 2 Blues, but he's learned a lot now playing over in the UK. The one-hand catch too, wow.
Oh, he's a professional, all right.
Definitely. The professionalism by Evans shown in the crowd there as they come.
Here we go.
Now here comes Atala. He kicks it infield. Coming across though. Lachlan Wade. He brought that back into the 22. And
nice kick.
What a kick. Still in. Rahui comes all the way back. The quick one's on.
Let's see what they can do. He's got a bit of gas here.
Yeah, Jennings. He might be
Rickard.
Caught in midfield. Yes, he was. But the 2 Blues, look at the fitness shown by the team in blue. Groth now picking and driving. Here comes Waller through the other side. Sherwood links up on the outside. Simmons has support. Uses it. Ashworth cuts in field. Hamopo.
Bradford's broken down in back play.
Yeah, Hamopo does well to cover up. They're caught without it. Nice awareness there by Afia. And now Tullever taking it forward. Bradford still down in back play. Hamopo takes the quick tap. Madden. He's got support outside. Here's Delore. Inside ball. Good tackle. And again, Martin is the man. Knock on as well. Advantage to the Wanderers. Comes out the back. Little knock on there, so they'll come back for the scrum.
Jeez, Martin.
Yeah, Martin certainly.
His shoulders have met a few of these guys' ribs today.
As we'll listen here to what Logan has to say.
And number 9. 9 blue, 2's going off.
Changes are rolling in again. Bradford's not looking in a good way as he comes off, hobbles off, supported by 2 physios.
So a host of changes here for both sides. Look at that hit by Martin. That is as textbook as you get.
Textbook it is.
What a shot. As you see, the Beaches making a couple of changes as well.
Wonder how happy Bubba Coleman's going to be about Bradford hobbling off.
Is this Toohill in the 21? Yes, it is. Our producers give us the nod of approval. My eyes deceive me. Sometimes, occasionally.
Don't let that stop you, Gareth.
And there we see Ben Finney, the man with no shoulders, in the commentary box here with us today.
They're somewhere. Yet to be found. Like a lost treasure.
X marks the spot. Here's Toohill. Good delivery by the halfback just coming on. Jennings gets a poor ball, juggles it, does well. Palms. Almost got away from Afia as well. Now Toohill delivers. Here goes Ham. He's been good today as well. In fact, the whole back row of the 2 Blues has been exceptional. Simmons gets it to Ham. Rahui. That'll almost be a penalty. as it's knocked down by the Beaches. Play on, I don't know what that touch judge saw, but certainly not what 800 people here today saw.
And they're letting them know about it. Oh.
And that's going to be a penalty to Wanderers.
Dive like Superman, then.
38-7, 8 minutes to go here at number 2. The Beaches side. They've been good, they've been solid, they've just been caught. As we see Emily Munro there on our TV screens at home.
Give us a wave, Emily. She's happy to be
Emily,
here.
the proud partner of the Merchant of Menace, Danny Murch. As the ball goes wide. Oh, good run there. And good tackle.
That's his third. Oh.
Ball popping off Ham. Here they come again, the two Blues picked up. Oh. Body height wasn't there.
There's Rickard.
Nothing wrong with the tackle.
Ooh.
So they're going again. Here comes Waller. Running a little bit wide.
Starting to build.
Simmons. Good umbrella defence there by Southern Beaches. That's the best of the day. Atala steps on the inside, has support, may not use it, doesn't. But if they bring the ball wide now, Southern Beaches in a lot of danger. Groth out the back. Badalina goes behind him.
Oh, Jared, let it play.
Yeah, knock on there. Forward motion. So Southern Beaches get the rest here and a bit of respite.
They need it there. Hands on legs. Look at the body language. They're not. They're looking forward to this finals, leader.
Well, certainly, Southern Beaches came with a good game plan. They just haven't executed here today, but they will trouble a couple of teams if they get it right.
Big Argentinian couldn't quite get down to his ankles.
No, just couldn't get there. That was the Mendoza special. Nice scrum of Fia. Standing in at first receiver, turns it into nobody. Referee Logan sees a little knock on both ways, and now the two Blues will have a scrum feed.
I think Johan will be working hard on these backs with their set plays during the week.
Yeah, well, they've had a few changes due to their key players, really.
Yeah, true.
Both the Laws being injured, Adrian and Michael. Andrew, of course, still out there on the far wing.
He must be cold out there.
And a big thanks to our Bar TV crew here today. We've got the Alpha squad here, coming from all areas. All the games were called off in Illawarra, and here comes Simmons.
Good ball.
Can get a ball to Jennings, and Jennings will go over, almost untouched in the corner. Down the left-hand side again.
Nice offload.
So really, if Southern Beaches just played on the other side today, and they cut off the left side, it's a draw here today, Ben.
Yeah, you're right there.
But Jennings...
They've definitely targeted this left-hand side, this left-hand edge.
Looks...
A bit like Greg Inglis and Darius Boyd.
Well, Jennings certainly looks every part the athlete as he gets his first try here today.
Good ball here.
Yeah, Simmons good out.
Draws him too.
Good outward line there, really, as Jennings just too quick in the end.
The big Argentinian having a rest. Crowd favourite.
$43-7. The score. The ladies, you can hear in the background, having fun here at number 2 Sports Ground.
Champagne is flowing freely.
Well, the bubbles have gone to their head, that's for sure. Simmons comes in. Oh, good kick. It's coming around. Ah, he's nailed it.
Loving it from the sideline.
Simmons, the Cheshire Cat. There's Cal McDonald, the general manager, of course, of the Wanderers club. He's injured at the moment. May find it tough to get back into this top squad after a pretty emphatic performance here by the two Blues today.
He's a boss. He can do what he likes, can't he?
Full rank.
Oh,
Jared Logan with a kick off the side of the boot. It was terrible, but it's his 100th match, so we'll let him
He
go.
likes. Get involved, Jared.
I do like how he kept the players on the field earlier on. After the
handbags.
fracas.
The melee.
Short ball. Digging for it is Hill.
Martin again.
Well, Martin tried to hook the ball away, and he's so dangerous, Martin.
Can offload
I think
so
between
well.
him and Groth, we've got our man of the match for Dust Hunthouse here today. Oh, good defence there.
Oh, he's
Picked
offside.
up, offside,
He's
yes,
offside.
and referee Jared Logan on the spot as he has been all day.
Johnny on the spot, Jared. Jared on the spot.
And there's plenty of crowd here today, and there's a couple more posing for our Bar TV cameras. Obey is the beanie. I'm sure
Well offside there.
the boyfriend does obey. I was still talking about the beanie.
I love that beanie.
The red obey. Good power colours too. As the ball comes forward. I thought it was a knock on both ways.
Play on, Jared. As he's done all day, just let it play.
Here's VAR again. He's been strong in a beaten
geez.
side.
He'll be
And
happy
look at
with-
that line speed by the two Blues. They come up with another steal here.
You won't be
Here's
too-
Christensen.
Oh,
Oh,
there we
there's
go.
trouble now. Ashworth, he's quick. He's
he beat a prop, though?
one-on-one. And Delore comes across, and
Sockets is in.
at the end there was boots everywhere. Is it a Wanderers throw?
Yep, that's
It'll
what
be a Wanderers throw. There's a minute remaining as we look at the replay, and Delore just getting there. Yeah, just kicked it out. Only just.
Jennings in the corner here, Gareth. Left
So
hand edge again.
last chance again for the Wanderers. Jennings in the corner's the call. It's an opinion not just shared by an expert here today, but the crowd in general. As they come now, flat ball, almost through.
Not rolling away. Got to be.
Yeah, almost a penalty. Yeah, definitely. Quick tap taken by Hill. Pass to
Oh.
Christensen. And Christensen.
Oh, no, he's called it forward.
Oh, big call. He's taken a try away from Christensen. He knows it's forward.
Not much
Disappointing anyway.
Not much argument there.
Deserved a try.
Here we go.
As we
quick
look
tap.
here. The quick tap taken by Hill. Offside. What about the offside maybe as well? I don't know. But it was,
It could have been a penalty for a forward pass.
I tell you what, if that was down 3 in a game of gridiron, that was a touchdown, but
This
we're
could
playing
be,
rugby here.
this could be the last play of the game.
45-7 is the score.
100 metres to go.
Well, we expected the rain would have brought these two sides closer together, but unfortunately for Southern Beaches here today, it's a big loss after a big win last week. Afia. He looks better when he's been playing up in the front
Up in
line,
the front, no, you're right there. I agree. When he doesn't have to defend one-on-one.
or when he doesn't have to be making decisions. So maybe Lurans will look at that next week and maybe push Adrian Delore back to fullback.
I think that'd probably be a better option.
Oh, that's poor there. They come up now. Oh, and Ashworth drops the ball.
Take a
Call
smoke.
the game off, Jared. It's done and over.
The boys are looking forward for a hot shower, I think.
Well, it's been a big day. Full time. Nelson Bay 21, University 34 out on campus there for a couple of games.
Good to see University
Being
bounce
played.
back. They haven't had a good start to the season. Much hype in the off-season, but haven't performed too well.
So we'll see a scrum get packed. Who's your Dust Hunt House man of the match here today, Ben?
Oh, I'm going to go for Martin. He's been dominant with the ball in hand, aggressive in defence. Sent both Delors to the change rooms early, I think.
Marsh was very good in the first half as well, but Martin certainly his defence and running wide into those centre channels.
His offload as well. He's been well involved. He's a handful.
Speaking of handfuls, Roddy Scott's got another sausage in his hand as the ball goes wide. With Grant Punto winning the last at Rose Hill as well, so don't listen to my tips next week. Of course, you can watch Pony Boys midweek on a Wednesday on Bar TV Sports. This is the Rams 2016 Premiership, and Jared Logan, he's gone well into injury time here. He might be looking to play 100 minutes in his 100th first grade game.
He just doesn't want it to end.
He's having a ball here. He doesn't want it to end. You're right. This is his mecca. And look at the tomato sauce there, getting a good workout here at number 2. Of course, the barbecue. One of the best barbecues in town. Haven't had the pleasure of tasting it, I'm told. I can just...
You can tell by the smile on Roddy Scott's face.
Tell by the way he sucked it down. Oh, taken over the sideline again. Still in. Dummy. Offside. Forward pass. This game's had everything in it. 45-7 the score. And they're having a little bit of a dig as well. May as well take the kick. No, Jared Logan's had enough now. Wants to get in for a warm shower and celebrate his 100th match with a couple of beers with a couple of friends. And I tell you what, 45-7 Wanderers, Dan Martini, the Dust Hunt House man of the match. Thanks very much, Ben, for joining us.
Thank you, Gareth.
And I'm sure we'll get you back later in the year. Not too soon, but later.
Around October time.
And of course, get in the game with their broadcast partner, Top Better. Thank you, Rams, the main partner for the NHRU 2016 Premiership, Viatech and NIB as well. Get in the game with Top Better. I'm Gareth Wozik, and we'll see you next time.
Bar TV Sports would like to thank Top Better. Get in the game at topbetter.com.au. And Cornelia's Crump, the Bar TV Sports beverage of choice. And Rams Loans for supporting the 2016 NHRU Premiership.